So this happened recently. I'm really not sure what to think about it. The reason I'm recording this very impromptu, unrehearsed, unscripted video is to kind of just say thank you to the 100,000 plus people that decided to hit the subscribe button and to stick around and be a part of the journey over the past 19 years that I've had a YouTube channel. I never really thought much about this stuff. The goal was never to have a massive amount of subscribers, but a big number sitting there with your name next to it definitely makes you think a little bit about what it's all about and about why I do what I do, how I do what I do, and who I do what I do for. That is obviously you, the subscriber, the viewer, the user, the student, the friend, the listener, the fan, whatever you categorize yourself as. I'm here doing this, obviously, primarily for me because I love doing what I do. But also there's that residual effect of you on the other side of the camera, at the other end of all of this when I hit upload and publish. And yeah, as you can tell, very unscripted and quite uncomfortable in a lot of ways as well. It's really weird. I didn't think about it so much. I've obviously made videos in the past about what does it take to get to 100,000 subscribers? What does it take to get to 1 million? What does all of that mean? But it was never with the intention of that's the goal. But now the goal has happened. Or at least one of the goals has happened in some way. It has been announced by this plaque popping through the letterbox this morning. I live in America. There are no letterboxes here. But by this thing arriving by UPS, nonetheless, today, it makes you think a little bit about it all and about what might be next and where this channel could be going. Could it be going to 1 million subscribers? Who knows? I'm definitely not about to change anything in terms of playing the game and the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, it's all primarily here. The entire thing, the entire reason for having a channel is about music. It's at the end of the day what I love to do, what I ultimately want to do. Sometimes I lament the fact that I wish it was the only thing I still did, because that used to be it. I used to be just a bass player, as many of you know, as many of you are yourselves YouTubers or people who engage in this space. You know that it's no longer just about this thing, about the bass, about music. For me, about jazz. For you, maybe about metal, about Schlager, who knows what it is, cumbia, who knows what it is for you. But it's in 2025, it's no longer just about one thing. But I would like to play some music for you here. It's really, I was in two minds whether to make a video. And then I'm sitting here in my studio practicing, which as you will have noticed if you're a regular viewer of the channel, things have kind of changed around a bit in here. The microphone's over here, quite some distance from me on a fixed mic instead of the boom mic. Got two different cameras running here. That one will hopefully capture some nice close-ups of the instrument. And then this one will be the master shot. And what do you do, by the way, with this? My wife asked me, she's like, hey, you're going to put that up in the background in your studio? Is that kind of douchey to do? She asked me, is that kind of douchey to do? I said, I don't know. Plenty of people put them up and they're proud of it. I'm not sure. I think that's the big question, right? I'm not sure whether that's the thing I'm proud of. And my first instinct is to display this less and talk about this less and play music more. So maybe that's what I'll do for you a little bit here. But really, thank you. There's no me without you in so many respects. The music doesn't work if there's no audience. And at the end of the day, as much as I make videos about pedals and about gear and about whatever it might be, the bottom line is the reason I am here is to play music and to promote that music and build an audience. And hopefully, once again, I think because for the longest time I did do this a lot with my own group and tour the world, I hope once again having a YouTube channel and having an audience of a number that is not insignificant will greatly help that in the future. And hopefully it will also help people be interested in wanting to sit down and talk to me for interviews. Most recently Adam Neely, and then the last one I put out just a few days ago with a card magician, Jason Ladani. I'm kind of psyched to have very interesting conversations with people like that. So hopefully all of this helps facilitate that. And I have been working on I'm always working on new music. Right now is no exception. I've been listening to a lot of Swedish folk songs. That may be a bit of a left turn or a departure. People maybe not associating that with me, but I've just found some beautiful melodies. I've been kind of exploring them a little bit. It's a very interesting sort of experiment for me, an exploration, checking out some of this Swedish folk music. It's probably something I'm sure you weren't expecting to see or hear in this video, but it's something I'm quite fascinated with lately. And in turning that into arrangements for bass, maybe for the group, maybe for a recording, maybe for a solo project, I'm not sure. It's also very interesting that a lot of the recordings of this music, and I wish off the top of my head I had the names for some of these traditional songs. I don't, unfortunately, but I will probably play more of them. I'm planning on recording some of them, so I'll have all of that information out there. But it's really quite interesting how short some of these recordings are. They're literally at times just maybe 90 seconds, and it's really just the melody with a single voice. So one melody stated twice, then it goes to the next section. It's that simple. So yeah, really a total departure from the norm. Something I'm quite excited to share more of with you, and let's see where all of this goes. The new studio setup, we've got to get this lighting a little better in here. This is a work in progress, shall we say. But at the end of the day, just a massive thanks for this and for making it to 100,000 subscribers and getting 100,000 more, and just making more real and meaningful connections, musically speaking, when it comes to performing live and sharing some of the stuff that is sort of tearing around my brain on a daily basis as a musician. All right, that's it. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me, and see you on the next one.